What's up, guys? My name's Dan, and I'm going to be showing you how to turn your website into your number one salesperson. So, a bit about us. My name is Dan Kelly. I'm the founder of Constructor Web Design. What we do is we build lead generating websites for home services companies. That's like your plumbers, electricians, HVAC, and we also work with contractors too. The goals of our websites are to pre-sell your leads before the first call, so that way you're not wasting your time with tire kickers or anybody of that sort that isn't interested in your services. And how we do this is we designed a layout based on what was getting the best results in your industry, or in the industries that we work in, and also the best results for our clients too. So tell me, if you're probably listening to this video, this sounds like you. You're tired of your website not bringing any results at all. You're left wondering when this SEO thing will start working. You've already paid thousands to an agency. You haven't gotten any good results. Or you just want a decent website, but you don't know you can trust. Well, good news for you is by the end of this, I hope to answer all your questions. So first things first, I want to go into the 3 key things to turn your website into a lead generating machine. So number 1, your website needs to be trustworthy. You got to display your 5-star ratings on every page and display them loud and proud, because this just is votes of confidence in your business. I recommend using the ones from Google, because the reason for that is because they can actually click on your reviews from the website and it'll take them to the GVP account, where they can actually read through the reviews there themselves and see the actual people that left you the review. So this helps build a level of trust, rather than you just throwing up reviews that people have sent to you via text, and they could be real reviews, but consumers don't know that. Next up is you want to showcase your picture to introduce yourself to potential clients. The reason for this is people like knowing who they're talking to, whether it's over the phone or who they might be working with. So if you show yourself on your homepage and write a little brief description about you and why they should go with you and your experience and your history, that helps sells you and makes you a bit more trustworthy and your business a bit more trustworthy, which in result helps sell yourself to people. Next is you want to highlight your service area to emphasize your local presence. I can't tell you how many times this week alone I've looked at websites of people that work in New York, but don't specify what part of New York they work in. Like New York City alone is a really big area that most businesses don't cover the whole of, let alone like if you're up in Buffalo, New York, you don't want to be working down in NYC, so you don't want to be getting calls from people in areas that you're not working in. So actually write out your service area so that people know whenever they're calling you, it's like, all right, I'm in Buffalo, he's in NYC, let me not call him and waste his time instead of just saying New York or New Jersey or PA or any of those states. And lastly, you want to include any awards or recognition to establish credibility. This just helps boost people's confidence in you and establish yourself as kind of a leader in your industry. So whether it's an Angie's List award, the BBB, also does great awards. I'm trying to think of someone's Home Advisor. They all have awards. So start applying for those. And if you get them or have them, throw them up on your website. Get the badges, put them up on your website, because it just builds trust. Next one up, and this one kind of has a lot. Your website needs to get people to act. So the first 2 bullet points are kind of the same. It's compelling copy and selling the vision. So whenever you're actually putting text on your website, you want to make sure you're not talking about me, and don't like waste people's time talking about like the processes and all the itty bitty details of what makes you different. Talk about the vision and how you're going to help them. So let's say you're a deck builder, you build decks, sell the vision of them enjoying time and space with their family, or sell the vision of a whole new area to their house, or sell the vision that it increases the value of their home. And you can do this for every industry, whether it's plumbing, electrical, HVAC. You can always sell the vision. Don't talk about the processes, because people most of the time don't really care about you. They care about themselves and how you are going to help them get the result that they want. Next thing is call to actions. Most websites don't have enough call to actions on there, and I know you're thinking, I definitely do. So let me show you a website that we just recently designed down here. So you're going to look, so this is a phone number here, this is a call to action, this is a call to action, this is a call to action, and this is a call to action. So I have 5 call to actions right away in the header, and that's not even going down the page where we at least have 1 to 2 in each section. So get more call to actions on the page. The reason why I say this is because it helps give you more opportunities for people to actually engage with your website and actually just call you or fill out the form and get a quote, so that you want to keep putting it in people's mind that they should be calling you. They should be doing some sort of action on the website. And lastly, as you can see here, we have a contact form in the header. I put contact forms in the header just because it actually helps boost conversion rates, because 60% of your website traffic won't actually scroll down the page. So I like putting as many call to actions and as many action steps in the header as we can. So, and lastly, your website needs to rank. Your website must rank highly on Google, or you're not going to get any organic traffic at all. Um, if you're not in that 1 to 5 spot, you might as well not really have a website at all. And actually, that's a lot. You definitely need a website, but you need to be ranking highly on Google to get that organic traffic. If it's not ranking well, it's not going to be visible to anybody, because nobody's really scrolling down the 2, 3, 4 pages of Google to find you. The way you're going to do this is you're going to optimize your website by condensing image file size, making sure it's running fast, and then ensure that your content is keyword optimized. So putting keywords in places where Google is going to read it for that keyword, so it's ranking it correctly. So if let's say you do plumbing in Philadelphia, write plumbing in Philadelphia a couple times on each page. So that way, whenever Google's reading through it, it's like, all right, this dude does plumbing in Philadelphia, so we should show him up for plumbing in Philadelphia. The other thing too, so I'm gonna move my head up here for a second, is there's 2 different areas that you can rank in. So this is kind of called your map pack, and this is like your organic ranking down here. So your map pack, basically what that is like if you've ever searched food near me or restaurants near me, that's where you're coming up for that. You're gonna rank differently for that than you would your website. So your map pack takes into account your reviews, your service area, location, like in retrospect to you. Um, if it's optimized, what services you have. So I would recommend optimizing your account and filling out all the services you have. Driving reviews, like if you only get 1 review a year, you're not going to rank that high in it. So you want to make sure you're getting at least 1 review every month, or at least, if not more, you need at least probably 1 review every month. You also want to make sure everything's optimized, filled out, and you're specifying your service areas. That's key. And then this is your organic ranking down here. Let's zoom in a little bit more on this. And that's basically where your website's going to be ranking. And you're going to be competing with like Yelp's, AngieList, Home Advisor, the Better Business Bureau. Trying to think of other ones off the top of my head. You're going to be competing with all of those. That's why it's important to make sure your website's like kind of keyword optimized and optimized for SEO, so you're going into it correctly. So this is the exact kind of lead generating wireframe that we use to get results for our clients. So I'm going to walk you through it step by step and show you kind of why we use it. So number one, you're going to have your nav bar. That's where your menu goes, but we also put a logo and a call to action in there, because that tends, our nav bars are sticky, so they actually follow you down the website, so people can access it all the time. Next, you're going to have your hero or header. So in this, you're going to want to include forms, call to actions, and trust badges. So get that Home Advisor award up in there, get your Google review button up in there. Also get your services, call now, and get a form up in there. So that way you're giving people as many actions as they can right as they land on the site. Next, this varies depending on what industry you're in, but we typically put our services right away after the header, because most people are going to your site to figure out what you do and how you can help them. So if your services are buried or not even listed on your homepage, people are going to have a hard time finding out what you do. So put it right there and talk about the vision of them and the selling points, and not the nitty gritty of it all. Next, you're going to go with the process. So in the most simplified form, explain exactly how everything works while working with you. So, like, I know for some of us, it's like you got to fill out a form and then do this form and then do this form, and then we're going to come look at everything, and then maybe we'll give you a quote. And if we don't give you a quote, you'll get a quote in 1 to 2 weeks. Like, you don't want to go into all that. Try and break it down into like a 1 to 3 step process, where it's basically like, all right, contact us, we're going to do the work, and then you get to enjoy the space. It's as simple as that. People don't need to know that they have to fill out 185 different forms to get to know you, but just break it down as easy as you can, or as simplified as you can. Or you can even add an extra 1 or 2 steps in that. It's like fill out the forms, and then we're going to come out and view the site. but try and get it done as simple as you can. Next, you want to link your social proof. I recommend Google reviews or Facebook reviews just to start building that social proof, and then put a call to action section. So this isn't just like a button in the middle of the page. Build out a whole section asking them to take some sort of action. So if you're a plumber, you could say $89 off for $89 radiator tune-ups or something like that. Or if you're a home remodeler, just ask them, get a free quote today or something like that, where you're building an actual section that's asking them to take some sort of action. Now, at this point, if they haven't taken action, we try to start really selling you. So we go into the benefits. So why they should choose your company over another company in your area. So don't go for like the low hanging fruit ones, like 100% satisfaction guarantee, or I'm trying to think of some ones off the top of my head. But you want to go through like some of the more unique ones of what makes you more unique. So I know for like cleaners, pet friendly is a big selling point for a lot of people. Especially pet owners. You want your cleaners to be pet friendly, because if they're not, then it's going to cause a lot of trouble and hassle in your life. Or maybe you've been around for 30, 40 years or generations. So talk about that stuff and the benefits and why they should choose you over your competition. Next year, I want to talk about your portfolio or past work. For the love of God, do not use stock photos in this. Use actual real photos. So use pretty pictures of your work that will help really just sell your work and show your expertise and that they do beautiful work, and that basically that people can envision themselves with your work being done on their home. And then next, about us, just talk about yourself, show your pretty face on your website. And then lastly, your service area. List out all the specific towns and areas you work in, and then put a Google map or embed a Google map into this of your service area. So that way, whenever Google reads through the site, you can see the exact service area that you have. And then your footer. So like I guarantee you, if you take this wireframe today and apply it to your website, you're going to start seeing some results. And to wrap everything up, websites, if done right, they can be your number one salesperson. It's happened for us. It's happened for our clients. So I know it's the truth. Transforming your website into lead generating powerhouse involves number one, building trust. As we went through, you got to get action out of them, and you got to make sure they're optimized for visibility so that people can actually get eyes on your website. You need to be sending traffic to your website for the website to actually perform well. So if you just toss a website up there without doing any SEO work or paid ads or social media or any sort of marketing to drive people to the website, it's not going to actually sell for you. So you need to make sure you're getting eyes on the website. And then lastly, apply our layout today and watch the results start coming in. And then if you guys want, you guys can strategize or schedule a free strategy call with me, myself. This is my personal strategy call link. So if you have any questions about our video or just want to talk a bit more about your website, feel free to book using the QR code here or on our website, constructowebdesign.com. I hope to hear from some of you, and thanks for watching.